Any doubt, any questions? All tasks are clear. Okay. Shall we start the class?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here today I'm going to talk about the two interview questions. The first interview question is related to the theoretical part and one is the practical part related to the loop. In the first theoretical questions, they'll ask you what is the difference between the event control loop and counter control loop. Okay. The second, the difference is what is the pre-test and what is the post-test loop. Next, they'll ask you what is the entry control loop and exit control loop. Next, they'll ask you what is the for loop and while loop. Okay. So in the last class, let me just rewind. Okay. What is the difference between the event control and counter control? Simple answer. If you don't know after how many iteration your loop is going to be closed or terminated or end, then it will be referred as a event control loop because it will only terminate or end when an event is occurred. Okay. And what is the counter control loop? If you already know after how many iteration or after how many steps loop is going to be terminated, complete or end or finished, that is called counter control loop. Next question, what is the pre-test and post-test? Pre-test loop means if you are creating any type of loop and before the body of the loop, okay, means where you are going to write that particular code, okay, that particular block. So before writing that particular block, okay, if you want to add any particular condition, means before executing any particular code, you are checking that particular condition, then it will be referred as a pre-test. Post-test means here you are checking the condition after executing the body of the loop. That is the difference. So here in C language, C++, Java, we have post-test, that is nothing but the do-while loop. So in Python, we don't have the do-while loop. Okay, we have just for loop and while loop. So in for loop and while loop, before entering to the body of the loop, we are checking the condition. So here we just have the pre-test, we don't have the post-test. So same thing, this is the alternate question. So pre-test means entry control loop only, post-test means exit control. This the terminology is different, everything is same. So here in Python, we don't have the do while loop, so that's why there will be no post-test loop or exit control loop concept. In because here after the in exit control loop or post-test loop, after writing the body of the loop, you're going to check that particular condition. But here after completing of the body of the loop, we don't write any conditions in the Python. Before only we write the conditions. Okay. Next, what is the difference between the for and while and when we use this? Simple concept. Whenever you're printing any information in a sequence, then you go with the for loop. And whenever you're adding any condition and you want to restrict any information, okay, and you want to display any information on the basis of condition or you're restricting somewhere, then you go with the while loop. Okay. So event control loop we use for the while loop. Counter control loop we can go with the for and while both. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Next, there is a one practical question. Okay. So it is asked in many freshers. Okay. There are most of the in the practical round, they'll tell you, okay, nowadays, like most of the companies, especially startup companies and mid-level companies, they are calling face to face for the theoretical and practical round also. Okay. Only MNCs nowadays and those who are working as a remote jobs, only those particular rounds are in the virtual rounds, okay, online mode. But now mid-level companies and startups, they are asking for the face-to-face round. So now for many students, for especially for the freshers, they're asking you questions to draw a pattern. Draw a pattern. Okay. So this pattern may be anything. Okay. There is a one website is there. They have worked very beautifully. Okay. I have mentioned in the this particular file also. I'll share this file also. This all the task question files. Python pythonnative.com. Okay. Maybe the spelling mistake will be there. Let me open this website. Here you will get all different types of pattern which is asked in the interviews. Okay. Python native patterns. Okay, so pythonnative.com. This is the website. And if you click on this particular website, they detailedly explain all these type of things, whatever the doc with the clear documentation. Okay, everything is mentioned detailedly. Okay, you can see here, and they have added. You can see whatever the questions till now they have most of the interviews asked. Everything is there here. Different type of patterns are there. Okay, so I'll recommending you this particular website to practice all the patterns which is mentioned here. You can see there are different types of patterns are there. Okay, but to draw any type of patterns, okay, there are like n number of are there. I don't know, like maybe 20, 30 or more than. I have not count this, but you can see there are many things are there, many number of patterns are there. Okay, and there are some, they have added some quiz exercises also. Okay, so you can refer this particular website. Okay, now let's understand, like to draw any type of pattern, there are basic fundamentals are there. Okay, what are the basic fundamentals you have to follow? The first thing is, okay, to draw a pattern, basic steps to follow. So what are the steps are there? So first step, okay, the first step is you should know how many rows and columns you have to add. Okay, see, whenever you draw a pattern, there will be number of lines will be there. Okay, so first you should know how many rows and columns are there. Okay, if it is a virtual round, they'll tell you in the notepad or something, or if it is a face-to-face round, they'll directly draw into the paper and they'll tell you to draw this particular pattern. Second, okay, after you should know like how many rows and columns are there. The second step is, okay, iterate the rows. Okay, you have to take one loop to iterate the rows. The third step is there, you have to iterate the columns, like how many columns you have to print. Okay, the fourth step, okay, what to print, what to print in pattern means it may be right here, it may be numbers, it may be any symbol, example star symbol, hashtag symbol, dollar symbol, this cap symbol, anything, they'll tell you one symbol to draw this particular pattern, or else just tell you draw 1 2 3 4 numbers also. Okay, it may be anything. And the last step, the fifth step, okay, total 5 steps are there. 5 steps. Okay, so the last step is, okay, next line. Okay, means each and every uh, particular whatever you are printing, after the pattern is divided into number of lines, so you have to print the next lines also. Okay, after completing pattern, next line, next, okay, add next line and spaces. Okay, if any spaces is required, you have to add the spaces. If any particular line is required, you have to enter the line. Just example, I want to add this particular pattern. Okay, star, 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 one more star, three. Okay, so this is, just assume this is the pattern they have given, pyramid pattern. Okay, left side pyramid. So here you have to draw. So first of all, you have to understand there are how many rows and columns are there. So this is row, first row, second row, third row, fourth row, and fifth row. Okay, so let me copy this. Okay, so we have to draw this pattern. Okay, so now let me add some note. The first step. Okay, so what we have to do in the first step, how many rows are there? Row equals to what? Total 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 rows are there. So add the 5 rows. Now how many columns are there? So same thing, this is the first column, this is the second column, this is the third column, this is the fourth column, and this one is the fifth column. Okay, now to iterate the second step, iterate row means you have to take one variable. Okay, for iteration means to take a loop. Okay, let's take I variable, variable I for row. Just assume, next thing is you have to iterate the column. Just assume I'm taking one variable j for the column. Okay, next fourth thing, what to print, what to print. So here I have to print star symbol. Fifth step, line required. Yes, Uh, it should be next line. These patterns are coming into the, every time there is a new line is there. Space is required. Yes, you can see there is a one space here, two space. Okay, again here after 3 it is a space is there, after 4 one space is there. So yes, space also required. Okay, so now how to draw this point? Okay, so let me first write here for I. So this particular loop is for what? I for, I'm taking for row, in range of how many rows are there? 5 rows are there. Okay, so this row is created now. Now second step for the column. So here I'll write for j in, so range of, so same 5 is there, I'll take I only because I also 5 only, right? Now what to print? I want to print star. Okay, just assume I'm printing now. So what is happening, you can see here total how many stars are there here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 6, 6 plus 10, 10 plus 5, 15. So now let me check here how many stars are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So only 10 stars is printing. Okay, let me count once again. Here 3, 6, 10, 15. So one line is missing. So it means I have to increase this particular line. So maybe I have to mention, let me 6. Let me try to print the 6 here. Okay, because in the range, what will happen if you print 5, it will take 0 to 4, right? 0 to 4 values, right? So here that's why it's only take the 4. So 3, 6, 10 means it will take printing till here only. So now I have to increase it. Is it clear, guys, till now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let me increase the sixth one. Now let me print. how many uh, stars are there now? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now we got the exact number. Okay, now till now, like we got like how many stars we required, that is completed. 15 stars are there, right? So now first we got one, uh, like we reached to that 50%, you can say. Just assume we 50% we reach, like 15 stars are printed now. Now just we have to divide into rows and columns. That's it. It nothing but it should come line by line, right? So here what I will do, I'll copy this. Okay, I'll paste this here. I'll write 6, and after everything I want a new line, right? So where I want the new line, in the column I want a new line, or in the row I want a new line? Where I want the new line? See here and tell me where I want the new line, in the column or row?
In both, in column and row.
No, here the basic fundamental, go with the fundamental. This is first row, this is second row, means how it is dividing?
Okay, sir, row, in row.
In row, right? First we
Yes.
have to go with the fundamental, we have to go into the root. Okay, if you understand the logic. So here in the loop means, see if I write here in the, in print here, if we write, so in the column wise it will get the new line. So already you can see every column values are printing in a different line only, right? All the stars are printing different line only. So here where I have to write, this is the column block, and this here, this particular, where is my cursor is there, this is the row block. So here I have to just make it one tab space back, and here I have tried the print new line. So I'm not printing anything because I'm not giving anything. I just want to print the new line. Now you can see here what is printing. You can see after this, what is getting, there is a one line is there. You can see there is a one line is coming. This is the second, this is the third, this is the fourth, and this is the fifth. Got it? 75% completed. Okay, every row there is some space is coming, right? Next what I want to do here, this is the second row, this information should become beside of this, right? This information should become beside of this. So what I will do, again let me copy this code. Okay, and here I'll add one more command, end command. So here I'll write end. End means this, after this column is ending, what should do, I want to add one space. Okay, so here what it will do, again every column they'll add this particular value. Okay, so now if I print this, now see the changes, you'll get the idea. Okay, so here there is a space is there, and again the same value is printing. Okay, and again for the second row, again it is starting from the new line. Third line, same, one star will print, then space, again same column is printing, again column is printing, again new line, column, 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 again new line. Like this you can see pattern is printed. Now see why this you can see before of this, there is one is empty space is coming. Why this empty space is coming? Can anyone tell me why this empty space is coming? Before, you can see before this first row there is empty space is there. Why this empty space is there?
So index is 0.
Yes, very good. Okay, so here index is starting with the 0, but do we need the 0 also? No, right? So here I'll start with the 1 comma 6. So now it will print. So here empty space is removed. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I'll give you uh, a 5 minutes of time. Okay, do one thing, guys. Okay, just think and try to print Okay, uh, a number something like what you can do, which number should I tell? Okay, just normally print 1 to 1 2 3 4. Okay, okay, let me write here. Okay, just take a 5 minutes of time and just send me in the chat box. Okay, how you're going to write. Okay, let me copy this code, or this code will be open. Okay, so what you have to print: 1 2 space 2, 3 space 3 space 3, 4 space 4 space 4, 5 space 5 space 5 space 5. Okay, so this is the simple. Okay, just to take a 5 minutes, think it. Okay, how it is going to be work out. Okay, okay, so just see this code and just take a 5 minutes of time and try to solve this, like how we can print this, what I have to write here. So here I'm giving you one hint. Here almost 90% code is same, because the pattern is same only. There is a no changes in the pattern is remains same only what is changing here, these are the 5 steps. Let me just copy paste this 5 steps. Okay, in the chat box. So just read this chat box. Let me paste this. Okay, so all the things are same, just 90% is same. Okay,
So
90%.
should we update the values by using the while loop, sir?
No, we don't use the file loop. Everything is same. 90% code is same. Only one, in the one step only you have to change it. Where you have to change me? Just read the code. Just first understand the 5 steps, and then read this code and read this particular expected output and check which value I have to change.
So, I think in the place of star,
Okay.
we can add the value
So
there.
which value I have to mention? Let me copy this first. Okay. Now tell me which here. Okay. Answer is good, but which value is I have to change?
Um, so, I think six. So
Okay.
the
If I,
range of I.
so should I print directly 6?
I think so, sir.
Okay. Let's check. Okay. Let's check if it is working or not. Okay. So now if I printing the 6, what is happening here? All the 6 arrays are printing. Why? Because simple. That is a simple. Okay. If I put star, all the stars are printing. So same thing. If you print 6, all 6 will print. That is a simple concept. Now instead of 6, I have to put some other value. What value it should add, so we can get this 1 2 3 4 5. Think once again. On T, just you can think like 99% is completed, only 1% is there.
So the whole range of like I, we can think I there.
Okay, that's a good answer. I have to just add the I. Why I? Because again it will start from the 1 and end with the 5. 6 means ending value is 5 only. Now
Yes.
if I run this, you can see here 1 2 3 4 5 2 3 4 5 3 4 5. Everything is working perfect. Same task is there, right? Same values are printing. So now, okay, so today just to revise everything, okay. Uh, yes, because I have given till last class how many given I have till 31, I think, right? 31 given, how much?
Yes, sir.
31.
Yes.
Okay. So today just to practice all the at least minimum 5 to 6 patterns. Okay. Some patterns from the numbers and some patterns from the star. At least try to practice 6 patterns. Okay. So first to understand the code, and or else like just first attempt and then check the code, because in that website already code is there. So directly don't go with the code. uh, First just see the pattern and try to think logically, like how many rows are there, how many columns are there, what I have to print, and do the experiment. See, when you do the experiment, you'll get the more ideas. Okay, okay, if I write this, okay, this number is printing. If I'm writing this number is printing. So then automatically now your thinking is going to be improved. If you directly copy paste the code, what will happen? Your logical thinking will not improve. You'll just understand the code. Okay, okay, this is the code. Okay, you'll get the understanding. Okay, so I don't want the understanding level. Okay, I want the logical thinking level from you. Okay, so don't see the code, just try to do the experiment on that. Okay, at least to practice 6 patterns. And there are 2 more questions are there. Write a program that asks the user to enter a word and print on whether the word contains any vowels or not. And here let me add one more thing. Okay, here I'll add one more thing, like how you're going to count the positive negative values. Count here.
Sir, the screen is stuck, sir.
Let me refresh.